the President of the Republic of the Philippines and their recorded presence.
Congratulations for organizing this event despite the challenges we face. Alam ko hindi naging madali sa nakaaling taon. We are by now all starkly aware of COVID-19's impact on business and economies. An annual global competitive report shows our country dropping 7 spots, lowest rank in 5 years, and the steepest decline in Asia after our economic performance slumped because of the pandemic. As industry leaders have noted, hotels and tourism are among the hardest hit sectors in this slump, along with transportation and real estate. Even the most established businesses are struggling to stay afloat, while many of the smaller ones have been forced to fold up or let go of their employees. Many Filipinos are barely making ends meet. The inequality gap continues to widen, and those in the margins are bearing the brunt of the impact. Despite the many challenges, groups like yours, people who move ever forward, who have not allowed fear to paralyze them, provide great inspiration. Here you are, looking for ways to pitch in and align efforts as we work not just towards the reopening of the tourism industry, but towards the economic recovery of the country. The immediate steps we must take towards recovery are clear. As we have emphasized since last year, health remains the front-end goal. Address it, and the rest of our challenges becomes less daunting. On top of this, the numbers also dictate our imperatives. 97% of businesses in the country are MSMEs, with the bulk coming from the tourism sectors. As we have pointed out before, emergency loans and other mechanisms for empowerment are a way forward to help them as they pivot operations to better meet the needs brought by the pandemic. We have already seen workable models for this pivot. Some of our partners at the OVP help businesses in the garment sector shift to more pandemic-related products like face masks or PPEs. In the sectors of tourism and hospitality, we have seen hotels offering novel packages like work from hotel stays and day-use packages, and restaurants creating take-out and delivery packages for virtual events. Alongside the work of accelerating poverty, we must not lose sight of the fundamentals of the economy. Yes, we need to create jobs, we need to attract new investments. But for this to happen, we need to reestablish the spiritual foundations of a strong economy. Good governance, integrity, respect of the law, the stability of rules and regulations, and the sanctity of contracts. Beyond doing business, we are called to foster a world where truth-telling, honesty, and integrity remain imperative. It is through the stability that such values create that outcomes become predictable, that horizons become more visible, and that we are able to plan and execute our strategies for the future. The task now is to pull together with the rest of the country, not just to weather the crisis of the present, but to reimagine the future. We need more of us to do good, more of us to emphasize that health and the economy go together, to assert that good governance matters, to pave the way towards a truly better normal. We need to engage more sectors, more organizations, more industries, more communities, working together to chart a course to future, where the energies of the economy flow freely and with purpose, where no one is left behind. This gathering, I believe, is one of the best places to start. After all, the brightest business minds of the entire country are here with us today. My hope is that we will continue to be fueled by the same grit and determination that have seen you through the challenges of the past. I ask you to use this spirit not just to make the tourism industry inclusive, and more empowering for the communities we work in. Use it to respond to the call of building a better world, a world that is fairer, kinder, that is more humane and empowering, where all of us can thrive and prosper. Diyos mabalos ang buhay ko.